What's up, everybody? This is Monkey Puzzle, and we are here back in ARK, and I am playing on the Crystal Isles map, which has just become official. It has been a mod map for a long time, but yeah, a lot of people playing it now because it is an official free DLC. And this map comes with 3 new wyverns that don't exist on any other map. So right here, these are tropical crystal wyverns. There are 2 other ones too, which I'll show you in a minute. But the interesting thing about these is you don't tame them in the same way that you do any other wyvern on ARK. Now, you may not know this first part because who would want to go up to one of these, right? You think it would just kill you right away. But if you go up to them, they're not going to attack you. They're totally passive, even though they're as strong as most wyverns are. And you can see I've got crystal in my right slot, my 0 slot, and it says feed crystal to tame. So they are even a passive tame. But if I try to do that, look what happens right away. So here we go. It immediately flies away. So we are on a 10 times taming server. That got me 5%. This is a level 114. So on official, I assume that would be a 0.5%. So it would take, I guess, 200 crystal. I don't know if it scales exactly. I'm not sure that it does. I saw Mick Gaming doing a guide on this, and he was turning his server down to a 1 times taming, and it was not down that low, but he was also looking at lower level ones. Used to be on this map, you could just jump in and tame one of these guys right away. Like before you even got cloth armor, you could have yourself a wyvern with some crystal. But now I've heard that now that it's the DLC, they have changed it till you have a level 65 threshold before you can actually tame one of these guys. So you can't just come in as a fresh beach bob and tame them right away, which was going to be the whole point of this video originally, was that you can come in and do that. But the real point that I want to show you is something I figured out when I was trying to tame one last night. Because the problem is, every time you try to feed one of these, they go flying off right away like I showed. And if you take too long, they will start to lose their tame, and it goes faster and faster the longer you take. So it becomes practically impossible to tame them that way, especially with official rates. So I figured out a little trick, and I'm going to show you what that is, and that's the main thing I have to offer you guys today. Oh, hello. Don't want to mess with them. First, let me show you the other 2 wyverns, or actually 3 more wyverns, in just a second. So, by the way, these tropical ones are found in this area right here in the southwest corner of the map, and this is also one of the spawn areas when you first come in. You tame these guys with crystal. It's not hard to get crystal on the Crystal Isles. Yeah, everywhere you go here, you'll see these crystal formations. And while you cannot harvest the big crystal in the middle, most of these smaller crystals around it are harvestable. Some of them aren't, and you'll find out just by picking them. Each of these wyverns has a special ability. The tropical wyvern shoots water. And my favorite part about it is that the water actually hangs out around the animal for a while, doing more water damage. They also get a buff when they're near water. I'm not sure if they have to be near it or touch it, but it's like the Spino buff, where they do a bit more damage. Next, let me go try to find an Ember Wyvern and show you them, and then we'll go to the 3rd wyvern that we're actually going to tame today. And there are these Ember ones, which are in the middle of the map in this fiery volcanic biome here. This one's actually tamed already by Trigger Pug. You can see they have the same color scheme as this biome, and they shoot fire. So not far from that area I was just in, that little southwest biome, the sort of tropical biome, there is this one over here. And you can see where I am at. Not very far, just like 60-30. It keeps going a little bit in the direction I'm facing, going northeast. But this one has the blood wyverns, and the blood wyverns have the most interesting effect, I think. The water's pretty funny. The fire is like, yeah, well, that's what wyverns would do, you'd think. These guys actually have a vampire effect. They do damage to you, but less damage than the other ones, but they're actually pulling, they heal themselves with their blood effect, and they're really beautiful too. This deep bright red. So this is the one I want to tame today, and I'm going to show you the little trick I figured out how to tame them. One other thing is, beyond the regular crystal, you can tame them with primal crystal. I've heard 3 different things: that you can trank a wyvern, and then you can actually press E on them and extract the primal crystal from them. I've heard you can kill them and pickaxe them and get it. And I've also heard that you can kill an alpha, and then that will give you the primal crystal. Well, it looks like crystal, but sort of with like a rainbow effect. I don't have it yet, so I can't show you. I'm doing this legit, so I'm not just going to spawn some in. But I've also heard that it has an expiration timer of 40 minutes. So when you get some, you got to use it more quickly. But it probably gives you 10 times faster taming, so it would make taming on 1x rates a lot more viable thing. So let's go find a higher level of this. In the meantime, I'm going to show you an encounter I had with an alpha wyvern. As I was looking around in the beginning of this video for a tropical one, I ran across this alpha blood crystal wyvern. So whether or not I'm going to be able to kill it, we will find out soon. But apparently, these are what you can get the primal crystals from. So let's see. We're going to have a short amount of time to do this. We can get it. I'm going to need to get some stamina. One of my server mates has come in here to help me. Let's get my stamina back. I will get back up there. He may have already been engaged in that fight. I'm not sure. But yeah, these are rare. It's also very beautiful. Look at those colors. Let's get back in here and see if we can get this thing dead. So you can see the vampiric effect. When he attacks me, he's actually getting healed. So it's kind of like a bleed effect that heals him at the same time, which is pretty amazing. My guy's at half health already, so I'm going to have to look out. We may not be able to do this. I got to go get some stam again. Oh, he's got a lot of health left. Yeah. I think we're going to give up on this guy because we had three of us on him, and he is not even down below half health yet. Okay, I found a 156. I'm going to call that good enough. This guy I'm on here was a 174 when I got him, so definitely going to be collecting higher ones. But I think this is a good one to start with. I'm going to leave him up here. Hopefully he's going to be alright. Make sure he's on neutral so he'll protect himself. So I showed you how just doing it from the ground may not be viable, right? It's going to take a long time to get that. And I got to watch out. There are baryonyxes here and capros. Alright, let me get a better vantage on this and bring you back. Alright, there it is. So he landed, and basically the whole thing is just to jump on their back. Now let me get a little bit better positioned. I think we're in a good place. And let's go ahead and feed him. And now when he takes off, we are with him. So as soon as he needs to be fed again, we'll be able to do it right away. So it's still going to take a while. This is undoubtedly still work depending on your taming levels. That first one at 10 times taming gave me 4% taming. So I'm going to have to do this 25 times. Yeah, it would be a lot more than that on official. Now, if you manage to have some primal crystal, it could be a lot quicker. But I'm just going to stay with him now and he can't get away with from me. And every time he gets hungry, I'm gonna feed him. Now the first time takes a while, so it does get faster as you go along. Every time he gets hungry, as soon as he gets hungry, just go ahead and feed him. And it's quite a journey. He's gonna take you all over the place. Hopefully he's not gonna run into some other hitbox and knock me off. Probably is a good idea to have a parachute. I've got one in my 4th slot there. So if he does drop me, hopefully I'll press that number quick enough and not die. You could also do this with a grapple. It would not be nearly as fun of an experience, I think, and you'd probably be jerking around with them. You know, graphically, probably just be a lot more awkward. It's so cool. So yeah, I just figured this out on my own. I was trying to tame one and a tropical one over there, and I noticed that at a certain point, every time I tamed it or fed it, its taming bar was getting lower because it was taking me too long, and it goes down faster the longer you take until the point, it gets to a point where it's impossible. So this is the quickest way you're going to do it. I don't know if you can trap them. Okay, there it is. Feed Crystal to tame. So I'm going to go ahead and feed him. Now we're up to 8.1%. So we're still in the beginning of the tame. We're doing it quick enough that it is not receding yet. So he's going to take me all over the place. So they do tend to stay in the same area. I don't know if you can trap them and they will still take the food like that. You can see he got hungry again a lot quicker that time. But to me, this is just a lot cleaner. It feels cool, and it just feels awesome, right? Makes you feel so cool to be able to just jump on their back like this and tame them. It feels like a real taming process, sort of like taming a bucking bronto. Kind of reminds me of the Equus process. He's taking you wherever he wants to go, and you're just trying to hang on and get him tamed. Anyway, this is going to take a while. We're at 16.1%. I'm going to stick with this, and we're going to get her done. And they can go almost vertical like that, and fortunately, you still stick somehow. Oh, and there we go. We fell. So, good idea to have a parachute. I got to find my Wyvern, and we might lose a little effectiveness now. But generally, if you hadn't hit something, you could make it the whole way that way. So I'll be back and see if I can recover this tame. I have no idea where my guy is now. See ya. So if you're lucky, this goes seamlessly, and you can just do the whole thing on his back. I've pulled it off twice. Okay, so his taming has completely reset. I'm going to try it again. I'll hop on with you all, and then I'll bring you back to the end. Oh. Alright, we're on. And hopefully we'll stay on this time. Unless we run into somebody like that. Whoa! Okay, you guys. We're going to do this again. We're back up to 99% effectiveness. Our first 4%. I'll see you in 23 more feedings. Okay, we're right here at the end. We're at 96.7%. We've lost some taming effectiveness, basically one level, or 2 levels now. Actually, instead of plus 77 levels, it's plus 75. I can live with that. Cool. So we got this. Put my little tag on it, MP, and this one's name is going to be Lestat. Some of you may know who that is. But there we go. He is mine. He or she? I actually didn't even notice the sex of it. Yeah, he. All right, so we have Lestat. Our other guy's still fine. We haven't really gone that far. So that is how I tame well, crystal wyverns in general. Specifically today, a blood crystal wyvern. Woo! We're gonna suck the blood from this Gallimimus. Yeah. Oh, they still can blind you. Alright everybody, this is Monkey Puzzle, and I'm going to keep building my collection of crystal wyverns. Very cool wyverns with the very cool taming method. Thank you for watching to the end of this tutorial, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.